Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirane Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata-sevayā Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Aradhayo Bhagavan Vrajeshu Tanayas Dhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitapasana Vrajavadhu Vargena va Kalpita Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Pramanam Prema Pumartho Maha Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhur Tatradharana Para Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Kṛṣna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shravana Darshana Dhyana Maibhava Anukirtana Ramanat Kirtana Dhyana Maibhava Anukirtana Na Tatha Sani Karshena Pratiyato Tato Grihan. Lord Krishna mentioned yesterday in our reading that these are the four ways where we can develop attraction to Krishna, not just by mere physical proximity and not following his instructions. Rather, if someone is serving him sincerely, that person gets much more benefit than just mere proximity. And indirectly, Lord Krishna told in multiple verses from text 18 to text 27, please you return back. But we also know the mood through that of Lord Krishna through his great souls like Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur Jiva Goswami, etc. That ultimately he's saying, don't go. But hearing all this, the gopis, the poor gopis were confused. They were in insurmountable anxiety. So let's see what happens further. Text 29 onwards. Canto 10, chapter 29, text 29. Kritva mukhani avasucha swashanena sushya bimbadharani charanena bhuva likhantya asrairupatamasibi kuchakun kumani tasthur urudukha bharasmatushmin. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Their heads hanging down and their heavy, sorrowful breathing, drying up their reddened lips, the gopis scratched the ground with their toes. Tears flowed from their eyes, carrying their kajal and washing away the vermilion smeared on their breast. Thus they stood silently, bearing the burden of their unhappiness. Purport. The gopis felt if Krishna has not been conquered by our love, then our love must not be genuine. And if we cannot properly love Krishna, what is the use of our lives? The reddish lips were drying up because the hot breathing that arose from their unhappiness. When the hot sun dries ripe red bimba fruits, dark spots appear on them and they grow soft. The beautiful lips of the gopis similarly changed in appearance. They stood silently before Krishna, unable to speak. Hare Krishna. Shukdev Goswami continues and explaining the bhava, the emotion, the situation of the gopis, that they were really morose, saddened. But what's the use of our life? Manushya janama paya radha krishna na bhajiya. Janiya shunya vishikhaya. What's the use of life if we have not awakened the love towards Krishna? That's what the gopis are feeling. Krishna is not happy with our love. Maybe there is some deficiency in our love. Maybe we are not pure. Maybe Krishna doesn't want to be with us. This is the mood of a pure devotee, always thinking that I am not qualified to be with Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is not accepting me. I need to improve. I need to grow. I need to learn. I need to take more sincere shelter of Harinam, Hari Kirtan, Vaishnavas, etc. So the gopis are feeling this kind of bhava, very remorse, embarrassed, and their faces are drying up. The reddish lips are drying up. They're scratching the earth as mentioned. Oh, Mother Earth, please open up so that we can enter within you. This is their mood. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is explaining. The gopis are thinking, they're scratching. So, Mother Earth, please open up. You want to? Like the milk in the Damodar Lila was not able to offer to Krishna, was jumping in the fire. The gopis are scratching the surface of the earth. Oh, Mother Earth, please open up. We cannot go back. And Krishna is not accepting, so we will just give up our lives. The gopis' sorrow and remorse are further described. That their tears, kajal, they put kajal, like Krishna also puts kajal for makeup to look more beautiful for Krishna. That's the only intention for putting all these. So it was like cutting the gopis in two with two black lines, the kajal. By using the plural word tears and the present tense in the word mrijata indicates excessive tears. So in short, excessive tears. They were really, really crying. So it just explains their remorse state in great detail. Like Shukdev Goswami is an expert narrator, not just saying, oh, they were sad and crying, but really going in, explaining about their eyes, their kajal, and scratching, and each one has a meaning, so that we can feel the pastime, not just read the pastime. Any other thoughts, comments anyone has? Text number 30. Let's read this one. Anyone would like to read today?
Yeah, I can read.
Please, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna devotees. Text 30. Preshtam priyetaram iva pratibha samanam Krishnam tadartha vinivattita sarvakamaha netre vimriya ruditopatpahate sma kinchit samramba gada giro bruvattana narukataha. Translation and purport for the disciples of Śrī Prabhupada. Jai to the disciples and Śrī Prabhupada. Although Krishna was their beloved, and although they had abandoned all their objects of desire for his sake, he had been speaking to them unfavorably. Nonetheless, they remained unflinching in their attachment to him. Stopping their crying, they wiped their eyes and began to speak. their voices stammering with agitation. The Gopis purport, the Gopis now replied to Sri Krishna. Their voices choking up with anger, caused by the intense love for him and their unwillingness to give him up. They would not allow him to reject them. So, continuation with the previous verse, the Gopis are having a very difficult time accepting what they think is rejection by Kṛṣṇa, although he's been putting them in a kind of quandary by giving them two different meanings. But they're very dejected and they're crying and they just cannot accept what Kṛṣṇa is saying. So now they're going to talk to him, express their feelings. Thank you, Prabhuji. Back to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Raghu Prabhu, for reading this beautiful verse. I feel this verse has a very nice hidden lesson. Failure as a stepping stone. We all talk about that. Failure as a stepping stone. If someone is sincere in bhakti, even though tough situation comes, even though Krishna personally says, hey, you go back, okay, I'm done. Ciao, go back. No, I will not go. Right? This is the determination. Sometimes, if the Guru may speak unfavorably, what does that mean? Guru speaking unfavorably. Can someone give an example? Let's say Krishna is here speaking to them unfavorably, but Guru speaking unfavorably. Can someone give example to a disciple? The Gopis are like disciple here.
Look, yesterday we mentioned, right? You mentioned also that the disciples of Prabhupada is okay. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
So that they was asking to Prabhupada to stay closer with him all the time, but Prabhupada said that the bed bugs or whatever mosquito, they're very close to me. So what does it mean? Staying close with me. So indirectly Prabhupada is telling. So this is unfavorably speaking, and telling the truth that if you want to get my association, do my Bani Sheva and go for preaching or all the activities Prabhupada likes to do as a devotee.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it could be correction, like the Guru is correcting. It could be chastisement, right? Some heavy words, right? No one wants to hear, right? Everyone wants to hear their glories, how special, how great one is. But the chastisement or the rejection, like Srila Ramanujacharya, the great Acharya 1,000 years back, he went to his spiritual master to understand the meaning of one of the verses of Gita. The Guru said, you're not qualified, come back later. He could have said, oh, I'm the great Ramanujacharya, like whom are you rejecting? He humbly went back. Now, going back does not mean like taking a car and driving 20, 30 minutes and then reaching Guru's ashram. It meant days of walk from the Guru's place to his place. Few months passed, he again came. The Guru rejected. Few months passed again. 18 times he was rejected. Failure is a stepping stone. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he approached Gaur Kishodas Babaji, said, no, I don't want. You are very intelligent. You are great. I am poor. I don't know anything. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur didn't give up. So my dear friends, in material life, we say, don't give up, challenges will come, struggles will come, right? If someone wants a good job, they have to struggle, or any good occupation or whatever. It's not that easy. A lot of struggles are there. We don't give up if the manager gives some unfavorable feedback or something, or we get rejected in an interview. That doesn't mean we say, okay, stop all this and I'm not qualified and I'm going back. In material life, everyone is enthusiastic. Oh, it's okay. One time we fail, we'll try. Next time, maybe. We should be a million times more enthusiastic in spiritual life. In spiritual life, if someone says a little heavy feedback, the guru may say a little bit tough words, and the disciple may go away in Krishna consciousness. Krishna is telling here, go back. Gopi said, no. Just like a beggar, I will hold you. I'll try my best to please you more, so you don't leave. We were reading a bhajan the other day. मेरे मन मन मंदिर में एक बार तुम आ जाओ गिरिधारी, आ जाओ गिरिधारी, गिरिधारी बनवारी, मनमोहन कुंज बिहारी प्यारे आ जाओ गिरिधारी. Please come once. In the last line of that bhajan, there's a beautiful line called पास बुलाओ दूर भगा दो. शायद आप पास बुलाओ, whether you bring me close to you, दूर भगा दो, or whether you kick me out. मैं तेरा प्रेम पुजारी. I will continue to be your eternal servant. I was, I am, and I will be. No conditions apply. Whether you embrace me or you kick me, I will be your servant. This should be the mood of surrender towards Guru, towards Krishna. Not if something this happened, this, no, okay, I'm going back in my bags. That's not what Gopis said. The Gopis said, no, we will unflinching in their attachment, as we read here. So that's basically failure as stepping stone. So they were morose, but their faith didn't shake. Unflinching faith. Very, very nice. Let's see the word used for unflinching faith. Yeah. Kamah. Their eyes. Okay. Anuraktaha. Their faith or their attachment towards Krishna did not shake, even with the Krishna's unfavorable or externally unfavorable speech. So, any other thoughts, comments in this connection about failure as a stepping stone in Krishna consciousness? Maro bhi rakho bhi ami to tomar, right? You protect me, you kill me. Prahlad Maharaj didn't say, oh, protect me, then only I'll be your devotee. Mare Krishna rakhe Krishna mare ke. I'll be your servant. You protect me, you kill me. That's your mercy. Because ultimately, whatever you do is good for us. That's what a devotee thinks. Anyone has any other thoughts on this in this connection? Okay, let's read the next verse, text number 31. Let's see what the Gopis speak. Anyone would like to read this?
Shall I, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Shri Gopyo Ucha. Mevam Vibhuk Pati Bhavan Gaditam Visham Sham Satyaja sarva vishayam stitha padamulam bhakta bhajasva durav vagriha matyajasman devo yatadi purusho bhajati mumukshuna. Translation by His Divine Grace Prabhupada Ki Jai. The beautiful Gopis said, O all-powerful one, you should not speak in this cruel way. Do not reject us, who have renounced all material enjoyment to render devotional service to your lotus feet. Reciprocate with us, O stubborn one, just as the primeval Lord, Sri Narayan, reciprocates with his devotees in their endeavors for liberation. Hare Krishna. So here the gopis are feeling very bad that Krishna is rejecting their love. They are feeling embarrassed, they are feeling angry, they are feeling sad that Krishna is not accepting their love. So they are imploring to Krishna that he doesn't reject their love, because they have renounced all material enjoyment in their family, vis-a-vis their husband, children and all. And so they want Krishna to reciprocate their love. So they just implore. Back to you, Prabhupada. Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. The gopis are calling Krishna, O stubborn one. Dur avagraha. That we came here giving up everything, and now you're saying go back? That's not fair. That's not fair reciprocation. Sri Narayana. So basically, the gopis are looking for reciprocation. Sarvakama. The gopi does not even have a trace of material lust or desire. Because the desire to please Krishna is not kama, it's called prema. So the objection, however, it may be said, in either case, we deduce that the gopis lacked pure love for Krishna or Godhead, and thus they should have desisted. The objection, however, is refuted by the word anurakta, implying that those who are blinded by ecstatic attraction, anuraga, cannot tolerate logical arguments. In other words, the gopis were totally saturated with intense love for Krishna, and thus they are beyond any mundane considerations. In short, Krishna is giving logic. Hey, ultimately, bhakti is, Shravana, Kirtana, Darshana, etc., etc. But their intense love is such a high level that logic does not work, right? This is the mood of the gopis. We cannot explain with logic. Uddhava tried to pacify gopis with the logic, right? उद्धव सुधो हो गयो सुन गोपिन के बोल बजाई ज्ञान की गुदगुदी बाजत प्रेम के ढोल. Uddhav came on behalf of Krishna to pacify. Oh gopis, please don't cry so much. Krishna will come. Gopis' problem was not that they were trying to remember Krishna, right? But they could not forget Krishna. It's a little different. We are trying to remember Krishna, thinking like dhyana, right? But gopis, even if they wanted, they could not forget Krishna. That means that was the topmost thing, topmost priority. If someone, like for a mother of a small 2-month-old baby, right? Can she forget the baby even for a moment? No. Every moment the baby must be sleeping, or he must not turn, or this or that, right? I'm sure the mothers have that experience. Like anywhere, she's in the kitchen thinking of baby. She is anywhere thinking of where is my child? What is he or she doing, etc. So this is a mood of pure gopis. They're asking, please reciprocate. Don't give us some logical reasoning and all this. Then ultimately, that's what, if we link it to the friends of Krishna, this is just coming to my mind now. The friends of Krishna, you remember Krishna and his friends, they went to the Brahmana Yagya to ask for food. Krishna told, okay, go to the Brahmanas, ask for food. Was Krishna hungry or the friends hungry? And who said that they are hungry? Actually, the friends said they are hungry, but it's mentioned deeper, but the friends didn't want Krishna to say that. So, a pure devotee understands the mood of the Guru and the beloved. Uttamaschintitam kuryat proktakari tu madhyama adhamo ashraddhaya kuryat akartum tritam pituhu. Uttamascintam kurya. The Uttam souls, the pure devotees, the topmost servants, they understand the mood of the master, the Guru, Krishna, and they are able to execute it without the Gurus even saying it. So Krishna did not even say, or Krishna was being a little tricky in the case of the friends asking for food. So they said, oh, we are hungry. So Krishna. So they tried to get the food. Here, Krishna is saying, no, you go. But the gopis know the mood of the Lord. So they want to reciprocate. That's another way to look at this. Any other thoughts, comments? Text 32. Anyone would like to read this? 32 or 30? 32, yeah.
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, Dhan Pranam, all glories to Śrīla Prabhupada. Text 33. Yatpati apattaya shuridam anuvrittir ango srinam sadharmo iti dharmo vida taktam asto evam etat upadesha pade tabishe presto bhavam stanu britam kilo bundur atma. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Our dear Krishna, as an expert in religion, you have advised us that the proper religious duty for women is to faithfully serve their husbands, children, and other relatives. We agree that this principle is valid, but actually this service should be rendered to you. After all, O Lord, you are the dearmost friend of all embedded souls. You are the most intimate relative and indeed their very self. Purport. Sri Krishna is the soul of all souls, their dearmost friend and well-wisher. As stated in the 11th canto of Bhagavatam, 11.541, Devarshi Bhutat Bhutapto nirman pritrinam naking karo nayam rini charajan sarva tomana yo sharanyam gato mukundam purihatra kartam. O king, one who has given up all material duties and has taken full shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda who offers shelter to all, is not indebted to the demigods, great sages, ordinary living beings, relatives, friends, mankind, or even one's forefathers who have passed away, since all such classes of living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, one who has surrendered to the Lord's service has no need to serve such person separately. Authority descends from the author of all existence, the Supreme Lord. Natural figures of authority, such as husbands, mothers, government leaders, and sages, gain their power and authority from the Supreme Lord and should thus represent the absolute truth to those who follow them. If one wholeheartedly engages in loving service to the original Supreme Truth, one need not indirectly serve the absolute truth through the above mentioned secondary authorities. Even a soul surrendered to God, however, continues to serve the spiritual master, who is a direct, not an indirect representative of the Supreme Lord. A bona fide acharya or spiritual master is the transparent medium leading the disciple to the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa. All indirect authorities become obsolete when one is directly in touch with the absolute truth. The Gopis wanted to explain this basic point to Kṛṣṇa, and some of the bolder Vihangals among them attempted to defeat Sri Krishna with his own statements, as exemplified in this verse. So at the beginning of the Gita, Prabhupada very nicely explained what is dharma. Dharma means our soul, if we do service to the lotus feet of the Lord, then we are satisfied. So, Jajatma Suprasiddhati. So, our dharma is service, and that service should direct to the Supreme Lord. Then, our other services, as I mentioned, that forefathers, families, friends, relatives, mankind, everybody will be satisfied. And also, our gurus, who is the Acharya spiritual master, is a direct representative of the Lord. So, serving to the spiritual master, also serving to Kṛṣṇa as well. So, as a soul, serving the super soul satisfies the soul as well as all the relatives around that soul, or relatives or all the figures around that soul. Back to Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such nicely elaborating upon this beautiful verse. The gopis are saying, hey, Krishna, you are teaching us dharma. What was dharma? Oh, dharma is to serve the husband, the children, and relatives. That's correct. But what is topmost dharma? See, the one who is teaching dharma, right? Dharma to sakshat bhagavat pranito. What is dharma? Whatever Krishna speaks is dharma. Bhagavad Gita, dharma, the song of God. But here, the gopis, the devotees are one step higher, especially the pure devotees like the gopis. They are teaching dharma to one who is teaching dharma to everyone. Okay, Krishna, you are saying that dharma is to serve the husband and the relatives, but what is the best dharma? You forgot that. That ultimately the gopis are saying, the scriptures say that wife should serve the Paramatma who resides within one's husband and others. Basically, when the wife is serving the husband, she's serving Paramatma, relatives, etc. That Because ultimately the Paramatma is out, then that dead body, this wife says, wait, lay jao, right? The body will smell bad, right? The dead body, no wife serves the dead body. So the Paramatma is gone, Atma is gone, Paramatma gone, then that body, no wife, no husband serves their dead body of relatives, right? At the max, they may just give fire or do some antim sanskar, that's it. So ultimate person to be served is Paramatma. Now you are Paramatma in everyone's heart. You are right there, the personal manifestation of Paramatma. So serving you, like watering the root, as mentioned in this verse, in the purport, and this famous verse, like feeding the belly. When you feed the belly, the hand, leg will naturally get nourished. We don't put food in the forehead or food in the shoulder, right? To strengthen the shoulder, the food has to go from the medium of the mouth to the belly. The shoulder will naturally get its strength. There's no like separate mechanism for serving, chin, ear, head, leg, thigh, etc., etc. All the body parts are similarly. Every leaf of the tree is naturally watered when the water goes in the roots. That's a system designed by him. Similarly, all the relatives, friends, neighbors, etc., etc., husband, wife, blah, 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 they will naturally be happy and satisfied if one serves Krishna. हमारे पास ऋण है, ऋण, right? What does ऋण mean? ऋणी च राजन् देवर्षि भूतात्मा नृणं पितॄणां. That, yes, right? It means we owe them, right? We owe the devatas, we owe the rishis, the bhutat, other living entities, nirnam, other jivas, pitris, right? They gave us birth, ancestors, right? So many rins we have. Sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam. If we take shelter of the Supreme Lord, then everything falls in place. All the rinas, right? The parents, ancestors, neighbors, right? Teachers, devatas, so many raja, so many rins we have. We can't even calculate. We can't measure how many people have been instrumental in shaping us for what we are. Can we make a list? How many teachers we had since all our school days? How many friends, relatives guided us? We may not be even able to remember their names. What to speak of those who were like physically present at some point in our lives? There might be many who are indirectly part, like, because let's say our parents gave us birth, their parents gave them birth, their parents, they gave them. So all there is connection, right? There is certainly connection. We may not even know the names of grandfather, great grandfather, or like 4 generations, 5 generations. Anyone knows the name? 6 generation up? No. We don't even know the name, but there must be someone, correct? So what is the root? 6 generations, 60 generations, 6 million generations. That point is Krishna. If we serve the root, everything is taken care. That's this verse. So intelligent person waters the root, not every leaf. Okay, 2 drops for you, 2 drops for you, 2 drops for you. We can't even count so many leaves. Whole day we will not be able to do that. And next day, same thing. But if you water the root, all the branches, fruits, everything is nicely watered. Any other thoughts, comments? So this is what gopis are saying. This is the real dharma. Krishna, let us teach you the dharma, the one who teaches everyone dharma. This is real dharma. So in short, we are doing the real dharma. What you said, that's what we are doing. This is the topmost service. Dharmasvinishtitam pumsam vishvaksena kathasuya na utpadididiriti shramaiva hi kevalam. This is topmost dharma. If one does that, rest everything is inclusive in that. Krishna is happy while Gopis were saying all these. Yes, Krishna is very happy with his pure devotees. Even though he was agitating them, that's also in one way like enhancing the rasa. So it's not that he's giving them tears of pain or sorrow. That's technically also the rasa or happiness. Any other comments, thoughts, questions we have? Anything anyone wants to share, ask, tell? Okay. I guess we will pause here. If that's okay, and continue tomorrow, since every day we are kind of going beyond. I want to respect everyone's time. Is that okay? And tomorrow I was thinking, I have a presentation about book distribution. I would like to do that, use the time tomorrow to create more awareness about book distribution, why we should distribute Prabhupada's books. The month of Gita Jayanti is going on. So we will do that. And please try to join, please try to encourage everyone so that everyone can take part in the book distribution in whatever way anyone can. So I have a presentation which we did at some point, a few years back maybe. Talks about MSF, talks about different reasons we should distribute books and how Srila Prabhupada is very pleased, and all those points would be very helpful because we need that to remind ourselves, especially in this month. Is that okay?
So, Prabhuji, though it is a Gita Jayanti, but we can distribute any books, right? Not necessarily has to be Gita.
Correct. That is correct. But again, as you might have, like we distribute Gita throughout the year, but this is like a focused effort. Like in the Bhadra Purnima, there is more emphasis on the Bhagavatam distribution. During the Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Lord Gauranga Purnima time, there is more emphasis on Caitanya-caritāmṛta. It doesn't mean that we cannot or should not distribute other books. Of course, in the MSF, we distribute all the books, whatever, but we want to give more focus because there is a goal, like there's a goal of 3.7 million, right? And during the Bhadra Purnima campaign, there was a goal for 50,000 global sets. So we are also one tiny part of that goal. And this also connects us to Parampara. This also connects us to the Prabhupada's mood mission. So we must do our part to help make this as an offering to the lotus feet of Prabhupada. Yes, we can distribute other books, and we will, but let's give more emphasis and focus during this month towards Gita distribution. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji, because sometimes some are very new. Giving Gita might be too heavy, or they might not read it. And giving a small books I should not judge, but it sounds to me sometimes they may not go through, but small books, probably 10 page, 12 page, they may go through and
You can give both, right? We can give both. Give a small book also. That's what we do. Even if no one is interested, we give a complimentary book also during the MSF. So that's absolutely fine. But at the same time, the effect of Gita is such that even if they read once, they'll get benefit. Even if they just keep at the home, they'll get benefit. They may not read the very day they got it. They may read after 1 year or 10 years. Or their next generation may, we don't know how. It's like a time bomb. When it will explode and destroy the material ignorance, we don't know. And there have been tons of stories about it. So you're right, we should not judge. We should do our part. Ultimately, who am I to make anyone a devotee? Our job is to try. Our seva is to try. That's ultimately between them and Krishna. If Krishna wants, they will take and start reading that day. If Krishna wants, they will start reading after a month or two, or like recently, I'll share one example. I was in ISV, ISKCON of Silicon Valley, about a month back. I had gone there for some work. They're very active in book distribution, as you all already know. And they gave one Bhagavatam set, again, big Bhagavatam set um, to a nice Indian family. For 2 years, the set remained as it is, untouched, unopened, small books as is. One day they were doing some cleaning work and they found, what is this big set in our house? They opened it. Oh, and then they recall, yeah, 2 years back, some ISKCON people came and they gave us this and we got this. And then they started, okay, we're looking for some reading. Why don't we start reading? They opened the set, started reading, and then they realized, oh my God, this is nectar. We missed. We didn't even realize that this is there. So then they started coming to the temple very regularly and chanting and all. So now 2 years it was just like collecting dirt in like literal terms, maybe in the garage or maybe somewhere in the closet. But then the time came and Krishna arranged. There. This is Bhagavatam set story. So we don't know how things will manifest. There are multiple. These are like practical stories happening every day. They're not like 20 years back, or these are like real time stories. So we should try and pray and try our best and leave the rest. And of course, if anyone wants to read, we have forums, Gita classes, discussions, readings and stuff. We encourage, verses, etc., etc. That's also part of it, that they don't feel, because it's easy for people these days to spend hours on Facebook, but it's very hard for 5 minutes to keep a book in front of our face. We go to Facebook but don't want to keep the book in front of our face. It's unfortunate, but we can try at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, encourage them, right? Just read one verse a day. Don't over, even if they read one verse a day, they'll takes only 5 minutes, right? I'm sure we can spend 5 minutes. Yeah. Is that okay, Prabhu?
thank you, Puja. Hare Krishna.
And also we can give some small book. There's a book called Introduction to Gita. We can give that. There's a book called Chant and Be Happy, Spiritual Yoga, Raja Yoga, on chanting Hare Krishna. Any small book complimentary, we can also give that. So we can also, but yeah, let's try our best and Krishna will help us and arrange the rest. Granthra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveda Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya eva cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Jai Śrīla Prabhupada.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees.